late again. It is a rainy day, dreary rainy day. Wednesday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, which apparently is a bigger deal in the United States than it is in Mexico. I mean, I think it's a big deal in Mexico, but I don't know that they drink margaritas and go to the bars and stuff. Maybe they do. I don't guess I know what I'm talking about. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It's a rainy Wednesday morning. I thought I heard thunder at 8 o'clock, but Pearl did not react, so I could have been wrong about that. Anyway, so I just had a weird morning thing. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I got Dennis his tea, and I got up and I got dressed. And I decided to put on my slippers. I haven't worn my slippers in a couple of days because it's been warm and I've just put some flip-flops on. But I decided to wear my slippers. And I have those kind of moccasin-style slippers that come high there and they're fleece-lined. And I've been wearing them all winter with my hand-knit socks. And I have worn them for years. In fact, I was thinking this is the last winter they're gonna, because they're splitting around the edges. I would have, but then I was trying to figure out how I can sew them and fix them. I've had them for a long time. So I go get Dennis's tea. I'm walking around the bed and I scream and I tell Dennis something just bit my toe. And I'm wearing these big slippers. And I spill his tea, and I hop around, and I kick off the slipper. But, of course, it's dark in the room. I can't really see anything. So, finally he says, well, can you see anything on your toe? I said, it's dark in here. I can't see anything. Go in the bathroom. He takes the tea, takes the slipper, go. I have blood on my toe. So I'm not crazy. Something happened to my toe. I don't think I got bit. Because you don't get bit by things and then have them bleed. So it was probably a piece of glass or something, which we cannot find now. In my slipper that I've been wearing every day all winter. Anyway, so I put alcohol on my toe and I decided maybe that was it for the slippers, but we never found anything that would cause it. Dennis rummaged around in this slipper with a glove on and couldn't find anything, and then he used his hand, couldn't find anything. So looked around the carpet, couldn't find anything, so I guess I'm gonna have to vacuum the bedroom today in case I flip a piece of glass out of my slipper into wherever. That's all where the dogs sleep and everything. So anyway, that's how I started my morning. And I think that's the end of the slippers. I mean, they're really old and falling apart, but I'm not putting my foot back in that slipper, even though we rummaged around with our hands. And it wasn't a bad cut, just a little bit of blood, but at least there was a little blood there, so I didn't think I was crazy. You know how it can feel sometimes when, like it doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's how my morning started. How is your day going? It's a really rainy, but Dennis says it's supposed to lighten up around noon, which will be good because if I'm going to help walk the dogs, that's about when we would do it. I'm going to go get Aura today. She has an appointment with her physical therapist for her strength and balance. She says she's been doing her exercises, so that's good. You may have noticed there's no podcast up, but I did record a podcast yesterday. I just did not get it completely edited. So I will be editing my podcast, finishing editing my podcast today and putting it up. So you'll have more of me than you'll even know what to do with. Dennis set my profile on his computer up to do scanning. So I got all my pictures out. I kind of gathered them all together so I could scan. And I scanned most of them. I mean, I didn't scan all of them. But I should scan some of the earlier ones that are like, you know, January. Oh, you know, that's not terrible. It's so simple. Oh, it's got a drop on it. I need to figure out where to store my pictures. How to store my pictures. But it was fun to go through all my pictures and scan them, high-res scan, so that I have a nice version of each of the pictures in case I lose them or want to send a print to somebody or want to turn some of them into cards or want to whatever I might want to do with my pictures. So I might want to give pictures away, and then I would still have prints of them. I never tried to do Mary Claire's again. I took a picture of that. Her main lighthouse scene. That we have a print of her picture, which was very nice. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday. I did my podcast. I did do some knitting on my Mobius, and I scanned my pictures. That's basically what happened yesterday. Dennis's mom, she's getting a medical alert so that if she falls, because she lives by herself and she's wobbly, and Dennis read all the instructions for it yesterday and got it, you know, organized in his mind, and so he's gonna be going over there today to get her set up with that, and then we will be less worried about her. She'll be able to call for help if she falls, and that'll be good. Other than that, nothing much going on over here. I don't know what I'm going to do today other than edit, and that's probably going to take a little while anyway. So, and I'm going to. So I'll bring my knitting. I'm sure I'll start another book, which seems to be what I do, and not knit. I don't know why. Oh. Excuse me while I yawn. And, I think otherwise will be a quiet day. It is my Wednesday night, so on my knit night, I missed my knit night last week because I was tired and reading and lost track of time. And so I will get out my Mobius and talk to the ladies, see what's happening. And that'll be it, but it's gonna be a quiet day with that. It's gonna be rainy all day, so it means it's gonna be a bit of a muddy house. So we'll see what happens. But meanwhile, I slept, which was nice. I've had 3 bad nights in a row, so it was good to sleep. And other than my toe, I'm feeling good. Isn't that weird? Yeah, I'll have to vacuum. I have to vacuum today. Because that must have been a piece of glass. I mean, my first thought was something bit me, though. I was just walking, and all of a sudden, and I had been I walked downstairs, I walked back up the steps. You know, I'd done a lot of walking before. You know, it wasn't like the first step I took. Anyway, whatever. So, editing today is the biggest thing. Get the podcast up. Now that I have my pictures scanned, I can show some of my pictures at the end. So it's going to be a long podcast. I think it's over an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. But it's gonna be longer because I'm gonna be sticking some pictures at the end. But I'll put a warning screen. From now on, it's just my pictures if you're not interested. See you in 2 months. 2 months it's been, more than 2 months. February 28th was my last podcast. Crazy. Oh, I got my hair cut yesterday. That was it. That's what I did yesterday. I'm like, I didn't do much. I got my hair cut. So that's good. Sue, my hairdresser, had a new grandbaby while I was just the other day. So that was fun. Hear about her grandbaby. Ada Sophie. Ada Sophie. Ava Sophie. The kid's cousin's daughter is named Ava too. I guess that's one of the names now, Ava. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I will talk to you tomorrow. If you're not sick of seeing me, there'll be more of me later. Quiet day. I'm fine with a quiet day, except I have to go out in the rain, but what are you gonna do? Please be careful. I will talk to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay safe.